I'm JT. Um, where I was before we started, I was 194, and I was told by multiple people that I was getting chubby and overweight. Um, I was sleeping a lot. Was ordering a lot of fast food, and man, I don't think I ever had like a day without some form of snack.
Mm.
Not like carrots or something like that, but like chips, pretzels, candy, something like that. Always had it on deck. So, but where I'm at now, it's 174. I meal prep on Sundays. I don't. I think I have like popcorn twice a week, and that's my routine. I don't. I don't eat junk food as much anymore. Like once in a while, not that big of a deal. Doesn't really affect me. Um, I get up consistently at 5 in the morning. I'm energetic all day. Don't really crash that hard uh, until after I work out, and then I crash. But that's normal. Um, I reached out specifically because one of our friends, Ben, put me on to the tank program. I was like, you should check this guy out. He lives in Austin. It's all virtual, so you don't have to go down there or anything. And I'm like, all right, let's feel it out, and the rest is history.
Right. Love it. I love it. So you've made pretty much a an overhaul in your life, right? Your structure and how you live right now changed. How your approach to food has changed. Your weight, of course, is the easiest notice for
Yeah.
sure. And I think one thing you used to struggle with was bloating. How's that
Oh
been?
yeah.
Have you been able to kind of pinpoint what was causing the bloat and then eliminate that? How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Bloating was a huge problem. I used to drink a lot. Not like I wouldn't get like sloshed, but like a beer night was like typical, and I'd always feel super bloated. And I'd have soda and all that jazz. But I mean, you and I took the step to remove carbonation from my diet completely, and yeah, I don't bloat like at all. If I drink liquor instead, and it's still relaxing if you like to drink, but um, it just doesn't come with all the negative side effects. You don't feel fat, you don't feel bloated. I don't drink soda anymore. I think the most carbonation I have is like tonic water, and it's flat because I open the cap and leave it out for a day, and then it's like a little bit carbonation, but not not nearly as much as it has when you first started. And that's changed a lot. Like I definitely fit into my t-shirts well. I don't feel like my gut is imposed. I don't have to suck in because my stomach doesn't want to go out that far.
Right, exactly. You just feel. I think bloating is a huge thing, and I tell most people it's you have to you have to eliminate things from your diet, eliminate everything, and then reintroduce them one at a time. Which, luckily, we were good enough to pinpoint that hey, it could either be the beer or carbonation, and then that was it.
Yeah.
You feel a lot better once you eliminate certain things like that. For me, I used to get bloated whenever I ate bread, so I took that out. I don't miss it at all because I feel good now.
Yeah.
Uh, my second question for you is, what are some things you particularly liked about the program?
And I liked about it. Man. I like I liked how we when we first talked, we customized or you specifically customized my program towards my desires.
Mhm.
Um, like I wanted to cut weight, I wanted to build muscle. So when I cut the weight, we switched to a muscle program. I was like, okay, this is great. I'm not going to stay on this specific weight loss program the whole time. I mean, the routines are routines for a reason.
Right.
So I knew when leg day was, I knew when chest day was, I knew the hit workouts. Um, so for some people, I understand that can be a little monotonous, but for this particular program, it works great because you really don't have an excuse. I mean, you tailor it to my life. So I can't really not do it. There's no excuse for me not to work out. And if I skip a workout, you're right on my behind. You come right for me. You're like, all right, so let's talk about why you missed the workout. So it's like, yeah, I feel like this program definitely has a lot of accountability that I feel a lot of people who get trainers and stuff, they don't feel like they have that sense of accountability because they have to go in once or twice a week. But the other 3 or 4 times a week that they're supposed to be working out, they don't have their trainer there, so they might not do it. They probably don't have to log anything. So it's just like, did you work out? Yes or no? And they could lie, or they could say, yeah, I worked it, or no, I didn't work out, but I didn't really feel like it or anything like that. But this program, like, you have to log everything every day, log your workout. So, I mean, if you're stagnant, that's fine, but there's always going to be numbers popping up. How many reps did you do? How much weight did you have? How long did the workout take you? So I just don't, there's no way to escape the program once you start it. You're kind of locked in.
Right. I always tell people, my job here is to give you the blueprint. I'm going to give you the exact steps. The only way you're not going to see results is if you don't answer my calls, don't answer my texts, and just kind of hide. Which, if you paid money to do a program, that wouldn't make any sense, right? So,
Yeah.
no, I'm glad you enjoyed that. What about nutrition? I know you mentioned your nutrition's changed completely since you started. What did you like about, we talked a little bit about what the stuff I introduced near the end of your program, and that's something I'm doing for other clients moving forward. But what did you like about the nutrition aspect? What do you think could have been better with that?
I definitely think so. We originally decided on calculating macros, and for some people that's easy, for some people that's not. But once we calculated macros, you set up three meals for 3 separate days, and it's a wide variety. So I could do really whatever I felt like off of those 9 meal selections, and that's enough variety for me to last a whole week. And then if I eat dinner with my family or whatever on Saturday, Sunday, then I just go right back into the meal program on Monday. And that variety doesn't ever, to me, get old because I can always swap out spices or things like that that aren't calorie sensitive or macro intrusive. So, I mean, for me, the meal plan was like the high point of the program because there was always a new option. Even if I didn't like something, I could go back and remake something. So I have a bunch of meals that you had listed before, and I still make them now. So I'm like, nah, I really don't want that. So I'm gonna make the chocolate banana paleo smoothie. Like, that's my go-to workout smoothie. Once I'm done, I'm like, all right, that was a good one. I'm gonna have a shake, and then good to go. But yeah, definitely. Towards the end, when we talked about the meal blueprint, that was life changing because now I have too many options.
Right.
It's like, okay, well, again, with the no excuses, it's like I have been given the ultimate blueprint on how to eat properly, and if I don't use it, that's my fault. It's not anybody, like, I can't hold anybody else accountable for that.
Mm-hmm. I love that you said that because that's basically the whole point of my program. I want to give you everything and empower you to do that on your own. Now, I know you traveled, I think, once or twice during the program.
Right.
How were your experiences continuing to be consistent with everything while traveling? Was it easy to kind of integrate everything you had to do into that, or did it take a lot of just adapting?
So I think the first time that I traveled was a boys' trip in Nashville, and that was difficult because we were hopping from hotel to hotel, um, traveling at least 2 or 3 hours a day.
Mm.
So getting steps in was not a problem.
Right.
Getting the workouts in, like I'd have to excuse myself at 9 o'clock at night and go bust out a hit workout or jump rope for 20 something minutes or whatever. And I mean, they definitely, I think they made fun of me for a little bit, but after the second or third day, they were like, "Oh, he's not joking.
Right.
He's like he's genuinely serious about the money that he spent." I'm
Mm.
like, "Yeah, man, because like I want to look good for myself." And that wasn't hard. The workouts weren't hard. The food is more difficult because you are in that social environment. You don't want to be the one guy who's asking the waiter or waitress, "Can you remove that? Can you do this? Can you do that?" But when I did have questions about what I wanted to eat, you were right there. I'm like, okay, well, try to avoid like French fries. Try to avoid fried foods. If the only thing they serve is fried food, take the skin off. Just eat the chicken. Don't eat the skin around it. Don't eat the breading. It's gonna taste the same either way when you eat it, but that way you're not getting all the fat and all the carbs, the excess grease. So I mean, it wasn't difficult to do it. It's more of like the social aspect of it is a little difficult to get used to.
Right. And hey, I'm sure now your boys, they see the difference. They've seen your
Oh
work,
yeah,
and so they see that you weren't playing around and you actually achieved the goal that you set for yourself. You know?
yeah. Okay.
If you have any questions, I mean, you have my number. You're always sending me reels on the IG, so just
Yes,
nothing.
sir.
Now you're on your own and you're able to continue from here.
Cool, cool, man. Appreciate you.
You as well. Have a great weekend.